brought to you by ABC Read and ABC Learn, in which we are here to help you develop and nurture that love of reading in every child as well as every adult. How are you all doing out there today, evening, real late at night, real early in the morning, middle of the afternoon, whatever time of day it is, wherever you are around the globe? I hope that you all are doing absolutely fantastic. And I hope that you all have read or you're planning to read for at least 30 minutes, y'all. That's what's up. Well, today is a day where a lot of people around the country, all right, in the US of A, are celebrating July 4th, all right? And the whole celebration is supposed to be the 13 American colonies gaining their independence, declaring their independence, right? They wanted to be independent, meaning free away from British rule, right? And at that time, unfortunately, people of African descent, people who look like me, brown folk, were not free, all right? They were enslaved. They were the slaves of white people, people who, in their minds, thought and still think, unfortunately, in this day and age, that just because of the color of their skin or their hair texture or their facial features, that they are superior, meaning that they are the ones who are in control or in charge, and people of color should basically submit to them and do whatever they say. All right? Putting it in real layman's elementary terms. And so, therefore, what I would suggest is that you all read the speech by Frederick Douglass. And it does not have the speech, he did not title the speech, but a lot of people refer to it as What to a Slave is the 4th of July. That is something I would really hope that you all read and take a look at, especially my people of color who are out here saying, okay, I'm going to, light these firecrackers. I'm going to do all of these fireworks and all of that, because basically the whole fireworks and firecrackers, that is the whole aspect of it. The reason behind it is the celebration piece. That, we were, independent, and, our country was free, and, we can make our own rules, create our own destinies and all of that. But wait a minute. That was not the case for Black folk, Black and brown people. That was not the case. And unfortunately, we're still seeing the effects of that to this day. But how will we know that? Well, we know that by reading, by doing research. And this is why I am going to put the link in the, I think either the comment section or, the little section below the video, so you all can click on the speech so you can read it with your children. And if you're, you are however old you are, and you're able to read that. It's a lengthy speech, so it's pretty long, but Frederick Douglass does an excellent job explaining and talking about why Black people should not be celebrating July 4th, period, point blank. All right, so that is something that I wanted to share with you all today before I delve into, again, chapter 39 in Fish in a Tree. All right. And the title of this chapter is To-Shay. All right. And for those of you who are just your first time watching one of these read alouds, I have been reading the book Fish in a Tree by Lynda Mullaly Hunt, which talks about Allie Nickerson, who is a young girl who's in 6th grade, who has a reading disability. And her self-esteem has been affected by it. She has, very self-conscious, very worried about what other people think about her because of the fact she knows that she cannot read. But she does. One of the beauties of this girl is that she has a supportive family, and she has an awesome teacher, and she has a couple of great friends who has her back. And so we are right now getting close to the end of the book. And so we're on chapter 39. And so I'm about to go ahead and dig in. On the way to school, I wonder about taking the long way, like through Mexico. When I arrive, the first thing I see is Albert, who has a black eye. Albert, Keisha says, when are you going to teach those boys a lesson? It's nothing, he says, all serious, and then gets happy. Look, he holds up a big sign for me. Allie is your ally. Give her your vote. You made me a poster for the election? I asked, smiling. I know I'm going to lose, but this makes it okay. Thank you, Albert. He looks proud. But, why does it say my name twice? Your name is a homonym. I should know better than to question Albert. You know, a word with the same spelling but different sounds and meanings. Ally, A-L-L-Y, spells your name, but it also spells ally with a long I sound at the end. An ally is someone who is on your side, someone who sticks by you, like allies in wars. Shay comes by with Jessica. She looks at the poster, then at the three of us. Good luck, six-legged freak. I guess Allie will get 3 votes anyway. After they leave, I look at the three of us and think about how there are 3 primary colors: yellow, blue, and red. Those 3 colors create every other color ever. Keisha goes over to talk to Suki while I take a deep breath and turn to Albert. I know I'm going to lose, and Shay will never let me forget it. I look down at the desk and see Albert's sign. But at least I'll have a poster. I smile at him. Can I bring it home? Yes, but you can't give up, Albert says. Okay, well, maybe you're right, Albert, but you shouldn't give up either. I am not nominated for class president. I point at his black eye. But you got beat up again, didn't you? He shifts his weight and looks away. It's hardly the same. He says, and I feel sad that he doesn't see that it isn't too different. Then Keisha returns. Are you ready for today? No, I shake my head. Ready for public humiliation? How do I get into these things? She leans over and whispers, you'll do a good job. Albert and I are voting for you no matter what you say in your speech. I half smile. What if I say you have to lick the lunch tables clean? Well, I just won't do it. That will be easy, Keisha says, pushing my shoulder. Albert adds, it depends on what we have for lunch that day. And we laugh. I'm happy that he doesn't seem mad about my questioning him. Mr. Daniels is wearing a George Washington tie. He gets up and calls Shay to present first. I notice she is dressed in red, white, and blue. I look down. I didn't even think about wearing anything special. Shay talks about how great she is and all, and that she'll do. Kids applaud over her promises. Some of the things she says she'll do, I can't imagine how she will pull off. Like extra recesses and longer snack times. When she promises new, bigger lockers for the hallways, I know she can't do that. With every sentence, kids are happier and I feel smaller and smaller. I get up there, holding my paper. The sound that comes out of my mouth doesn't sound like a real word. I try again and get the same sound. Then 4 more times. The quiet laughs rise all around me. But Mr. Daniels holds his palm toward the class without taking his eyes off me. And the noise stops. I feel hot. Then Etch-a-Sketch brain hits me and I go blank, staring at a page that I wrote, that I can't read. Shay looks smug and it makes it even harder. Mr. Daniels bends over, resting his hands on his knees. He whispers, "Look, you can do this. And you can hit it out of the park too." I shake my head a little. "I believe in you, Allie. Now forget what you wrote. Put the paper down and take a deep breath. Close your eyes if it makes you nervous to see everyone, and just be honest. Be you." He slides the paper out of my hands, and I stand there silent for too long. I do close my eyes, wishing it would block their view of me as well. Mr. Daniels' voice is gentle, almost a whisper. "I want to be president of the class because I think it will be fun, and I think I would like it," I say, eyes still closed. "Good. Keep going," he says. "I promise to be honest. I promise to work hard. I promise to listen to everyone who has ideas, not just my friends, because I would be in charge of the whole class. Well, not in charge exactly, but I want everyone to have a chance to give their ideas. I'll go to meetings and I would try to get extra things like recesses. But I can't promise that I can do something like that." I open my eyes and look at Mr. Daniels. "Can I do that?" "Actually, no. You don't want me fired, do you?" I shake my head, feeling kind of dazed. "Do you have anything else to say?" "I don't think so." "Okay, then." He motions towards my seat and I sit down, stunned that it's over. "Now for the vote," he says. He begins to pass out little pieces of paper. "Wait," Shay says. "All the other teachers have just had everyone raise their hands." "Well, I thought it should be more like a real election, a secret ballot. Everyone will write the name of their choice for class president on the paper and fold it up. I will walk around to collect them." "That's not fair." "Well," he shrugs, "if it's good enough for the U.S. government, it's good enough for us." I smooth out the tiny piece of paper and try hard to be neat. There's a lump in my throat as I write down my own name, and I don't even know why. Maybe because I'm not writing it down on a sign-in sheet for detention or signing an apology for something. I fold it 1, 2, 3 times and put it in the basket when Mr. Daniels comes by. He says he'll let us know later, but everyone begs him to count now. So he does. He opens the first one. Shay. He opens another one. Shay. He opens a third. Shay. But when he opens the next 4, they are for me. And I'm surprised. A couple more for Shay, and then 4 more for me. 4 more? I can't imagine who would vote for me. I thought everyone loved Shay. But as I look around the room, some kids are glancing at me, and some actually look happy. Oliver and Suki and a bunch of other kids. Toward the end of counting, when it looks like I've actually won, Shay crosses her arms and falls back against her chair. In the end, Mr. Daniels shakes hands with Shay and tells her she ran a good campaign. Then he turns to me and says, "Congratulations, Madam President Nickerson." And then he salutes me and laughs. The class claps. Keisha is up and dancing while Albert gives me a single nod. "Mr. Daniels," Max raises his hand, "I think this calls for a party." "Why, Max? Because it's Wednesday?" "Any day is a good day for a party, Mr. D," he says, and Shay looks annoyed with him. But her real dagger eyes are saved for me. At least she's quiet for once. And that's all perfectly fine with me. Hey, oh my goodness, you guys. Woo, 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 woo. I told you all, this book right here, Fish in a Tree by Lynda Mullaly Hunt, please go and get a copy. Try the library first because you may be able to get one without having to go purchase a copy. But if you do have to purchase a copy, it's only about $9 and it is worth it. This is what is called an investment, all right? So parents out there, remember to make that investment in your child or children, all right? The investment of reading so that we can get a great return on our investment. So our children can be more empowered, they can be more knowledgeable, they can have great vocabulary skills, they can become entrepreneurs, all of that great stuff. All through the power of reading. All right, you guys, that is it. Please tune in for our next chapter, chapter 40 of Fish in a Tree by Lynda Mullaly Hunt. And remember to like, subscribe, and share our videos. And remember to please, please keep reading for at least 30 minutes a day. Happy reading, family. Peace.